Welcome back to Cryptopia, where we go over the wet and wild happening in NFT land. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way in today, the other side. Now, I'm sure you guys have been hearing about this. It's going to be huge. It's kind of the hugest thing going on right now, strictly because there's also not a lot going on right now. Obviously, there's still NFTs being released, but as you can see, the market is kind of in a lull position. So is a lot of other markets. But, you know, when you have such a speculative new market such as NFTs, I feel like it gets hit a lot harder. But that's just me, right? So this is coming out, brought to you by the guys who created Bayc, Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs, the Yuga Labs. So this comes out on the 30th of April, which is this Saturday. Now, it's exclusively to be purchased. So basically what's happening is that you can purchase land in what will be kind of the Bayc Metaverse, right? Through this trailer, you'll be able to see that they got some crazy stuff going on. They got a ton of different NFTs, and the idea isn't fully revealed yet exactly what they're going to do, but you can glean from this that, you know, there's going to be some crossing over of different NFTs, and, you know, that they kind of own a lot of them too, I believe, if not all of them that you see within here. So, you know, their metaverse is going to be based around all the stuff that they own, and, you know, the different kinds of NFTs that you can, you know, become, use, etc. So these guys are going to be selling land in the metaverse right now. They don't know much else about what you can do in this metaverse currently, but you can buy land. You can imagine that the land is based around what you're kind of seeing here. It's a kooky, crazy fantasy world with floating islands, volcanic eruptions, etc., etc. These are just some of the NFTs that they're showing here that they kind of, I believe that Yuga Labs owns in some way, but don't quote me on that exactly. But they own a lot of them, if not. And you can kind of see them all hanging out together, and you can see the different plots of land that you can different environments that you can get involved in. So when you go to purchase this, which you can get through the official channels, so it's right here, you know, other side coming soon. You can find this over on their Twitter. The Twitter's got, you know, all the information on how to kind of just jump in. And the thing about this as well is that it's exclusively through ApeCoin, which is what they released not too long ago. And so in order to get the land, you got to buy the ApeCoin. Now, ApeCoin has already started to rise. I'm sure it's going to rise even more. And this was kind of the point of ApeCoin in the first place, was basically to be used during their metaverse, which is why I own ApeCoin. Now, I'm going to get into that part a little bit in a bit. But so you can head over to this site. I'll try and put a link down below, and you can connect your wallet in order to verify your KYC, you know what I mean? Get yourself approved. That way you are kind of quicker to the jump. And when the official launch of the site goes out on the 30th, or the official, the official site where you can purchase land goes out on the 30th, you don't have to wait as long. And you can get in there quick. I think they only have about 200K worth, 200K plot lands available, or lands of plot, or plot of lands. That's the word, plot of lands available for you to purchase. Now, that also being said, I did read somewhere that, you know, within the source code, people were able to find some shit, and they were able to find out that, you know, their original launch was going to be March. This was moved to April, and then they're going to have another one in August. So this might not be the only time, you know, you can purchase land. You might be able to get 100K now, like there's 100K available, and then in the next run, there's another 100K available. I don't know for sure. That's just kind of what we're seeing here and there, and what I'm reading about different articles and whatnot. So also to note, it is a Dutch style auction. So what that essentially means is that the price starts off at its highest and will actually get cheaper and cheaper as it goes down. Now, this is Bayc level shit. There's no price they have stated just yet, but you can imagine it's not going to be cheap. And again, it costs ApeCoin in order to do this, but you also need some Ethereum. So as far as I know, you cannot use Ethereum to purchase any of this stuff, but you can use ApeCoin, and you do need Ethereum because of the gas fees, because this shit's on Ethereum, and it's like, just also use Ethereum, but then that's why they made the ApeCoin, and it's like, sometimes the space, crypto, NFTs, etc. are just way too complicated, man. Make it easy. This is why the normal people, I go around and I talk to like my friends and people I just meet randomly. You know, they know NFTs exist. They know crypto exists, but it's to them it's too daunting. It's too complicated. They can't get into it because they don't know. And in order for this stuff to really succeed, you kind of need the common dumbass to get involved in this shit, because that's where all the money is, in idiots. Okay then. Trying to think of what else it is that I wanted to make sure that got across that was important about this. So yeah, you need KYC. If you are a Macy or Bayc holder, though, you don't have to worry about the KYC. As far as I understand, the way they seem to have it set up is that the KY is like, if you are a holder of a Macy or a Bayc, you'll be able to claim NFTs. So you'll be able to, kind of like an airdrop, you'll be able to go to some site, claim it, and I guess you'll get a free plot of land kind of idea. That's what it seems to be. And because you don't need to perform a KYC, I guess, because you already have the NFT. So it's like, all right, cool, we know you got it. So like, here you go. But also that's not to participate in the auction. So you can wait around for after the auction is over and then claim your plot of land for free, or you can try and get in on the auction anyways and then also claim your plot of land for free. Right now, is this stuff going to be crazy fucking like a good investment? Hell, honestly, it might just fucking be. It's not financial advice, but like, let's be real here. The Bayc stuff has done pretty well, except not everything in the Bayc world has done stupidly well. So the Bayc ecosystem has a bunch of stuff, and I'm probably going to explore those in deeper, long videos. But the Bayc universe has like animations, it's got cartoons, it's got music, it's got comic books. There's a lot of stuff in the Bayc world that I didn't even know existed, and I don't think those are doing that great. You know, and plus, I think to hear some of the music and the comic books and read that stuff, you also have to go separately and buy them. So you'd have to know about the Bayc stuff, go find the Bayc stuff, and then go purchase that separate NFT to see what people are creating. This is why I'm not a huge fan of Bayc rips. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like these guys can do whatever they want. It's Yuga Labs. They're the ones that created the damn thing. But anybody else who creates sort of a thing around it, I'm like, kind of make your own thing. You know what I mean? Strive for something different and stand out that way. Riding the coattails of the Bayc stuff, I don't know how. In what I've seen, it doesn't seem to do nearly as well as the Bayc Macy's themselves. You're better off just sort of creating your own NFT. Even if you want to create like a mutant version and a normal version, that's still better than creating the lookalike version, because I don't think it's the look that sells Bayc. It's one, the Baycs that sell Baycs, and two, the originality of the Baycs being the first of their kind in terms of NFTs. Right? We had like the CryptoPunks, and then we had like Baycs. You know what I mean? Like those are, and then everything else kind of trickled out after. So that's kind of why. But the Baycs, I said this 1,000 times, the Baycs don't look great as just an art piece. They're just a bunch of monkeys that are bored. They're bored monkeys. They don't even have yachts. I have yet to see one in a fucking yacht. So, you know, what club are they really part of? It's all kind of bullshit to me. But, I mean, that's pretty much everything you need to know. I'm just rambling on for the ending here, because there's another part is also the Metaverse as well. So I am invested into into the Ape coin, but I'm always wondering about the Metaverse, because I'm like, you know, people talk about the Metaverse like it's SAO the anime. They talk about the Metaverse like it's Ready Player One. But if you really look at the Ready Player One stuff, it's an exhausting world. You know what I mean? Like you are constant, like, you know, they're running around, because it's virtual reality, but they're not like SEO or SAO, which is like an anime where you kind of just fall asleep and your mind enters the game. So you don't physically have to do anything. People are hella lazy in this world, man. Like, let's take the Americas, right? Some of the richest places in the world, or just America, one of the richest places in the world, has all this money, has all this freedom, all this whatever, and the people are fat and lazy, and they don't want to do anything. So, you know, if your Metaverse requires, you know, actually, you know, more VR movement, it ain't gonna happen. Now, people can just sit there and, you know, whatever on the computer screen, like I do if I'm in Decentraland. I don't have a full fucking thing on. I just go into Decentraland and on my keyboard and walk around. But even that gets kind of boring, right? But maybe, obviously you have gamers out there who, you can watch a concert of what's his face. What is his face? I forget the rapper who had the concert in Fortnite. And again, I do own these coins and I do want them to succeed because then I make money. So, but I'm just thinking about like how lazy human beings are. And I feel like augmented reality would far exceed virtual reality as it currently stands, simply because virtual reality requires too much energy. So does augmented reality, but it's sort of easy to encapsulate your regular day living with, like when you're seeing shit on TV, or not on TV, but you're seeing things pop out and you're seeing like cool NFT fashion floating around people as they're moving around the world, as opposed to the virtual world. It's, you're creating a layer on top of the world instead of creating a layer underneath the world that I think more people would like, unless COVID just kills everybody. Now, if that happens, that's a completely different story, because if COVID takes over, then yeah, this could definitely, the metaverse is the only way to interact anymore. But I don't see that happening. For me, in my country, in my city, what I saw, Toronto, Canada, was as soon as the COVID restrictions were lifted, people went buck wild. You know what I mean? Like, people are still buck wild. So I don't know. It just seems weird to me sometimes, that I'm just thinking about, like, is the metaverse really going to be the thing? Because the technology itself isn't up there. Even if it looks pretty, wearing all of that versus just like some glasses and maybe some like bands, some, eyelets or something, some eye bracelets, whatever you want to call them, eye hands, and you can touch some of the virtual stuff. That might be much more feasible than creating entire sub-universes. But I could be completely fucking wrong. What do I know? I'm just playing devil's advocate and just kind of thinking about it. But anyways, guys, I think I went over everything you need to know about the what's coming up on the 30th and the sort of other side. It looks dope. I really want to see kind of what they have in store, and I really hope this kind of brings a new spark to the NFT community right now, because I feel like it can need it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this down below. Are you going to be buying some land? Did I mention it's a Dutch auction? I believe I did. Thanks for watching.